What's going on YouTube, Fesify Media. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe for all latest UK media updates and story videos. Some teenagers have been found guilty over a Wolverhampton gang murder. 4 teenage gang members have been found guilty of killing a 15-year-old Keelan Wilson in a brutal attack in Wolverhampton.
Keelan Wilson was murdered in horrific circumstances on the 29th of May 2018. He was set upon by at least 4 individuals. We believe that all were carrying knives. He was stabbed over 40 times. And at least 3 of those wounds on their own would have been fatal.
It says the 15-year-old was stabbed 40 times in a targeted and well-planned attack yards from his Wolverhampton home. A lot of teenagers are getting killed, and the most horrible thing about it, a lot of times it's so near to home. 13-week trial at City's Crown Court ended up unanimous guilty verdicts being returned against all 4 men.
Yeah, the ongoing investigation now obviously been going on for some time, since May 2018. It's been a difficult, long, complex investigation. Obviously, it was a little bit tricky because the actual incident itself took place in the hours of darkness. So some of the CCTV we've got around the actual offence itself was sort of grainy. Couldn't make out facial imagery or anything like that.
All were 17 at the time of the killing, apart from Tyrique King, who was 16. It said that the victim, Keelan, was stabbed with a variety of weapons in the back of a taxi in Langley Road in the Mary Hill area of Wolverhampton.
We did have some better CCTV in relation to some other disorders from earlier on in the day in the town centre. Where we could see clothing and that sort of thing, but ultimately the investigation wasn't able to prove who was involved in those disorders, although the intelligence was that it was the same groups.
The attack followed rising tensions between the city's V2 and V3 postcode gangs, and the court was told that the murder was the last of at least 3 violent clashes between the gangs on the same day. The first involved machetes, started at a barber shop in the city centre before spiraling onto the street at 3:40 PM. While the second saw use on bikes fire shots towards Keelan Lee Street on Parkfield. The day of violence led to Keelan being knifed minutes after calling a taxi at 11 PM. By the time the killers fled, Keelan had been stabbed 43 times and dragged outside of the car. The gangs clashed in Wolverhampton city centre earlier on that day that Keelan Wilson was killed, and the CCTV showed men holding machetes.
Yeah, forensics have been of great assistance in this operation.
Tampwo was found in possession of clothing next day containing Keelan's blood, while Sasa and Pennant-Phillip's DNA were found on a taxi.
I think when this came out, this did really concern the community greatly because of the age of the victim. And of course, now we also know the age of the people who committed this crime were also young boys as well. So just the idea of people so young being the victim and perpetrator of crimes of this level of violence is really, really horrific. And hopefully the results will let the community know that we do take these things seriously and we are capable of dealing with these effectively.
All 4 men had denied killing a youngster, Keelan, and also denied being part of the V3 gang. At the start of the trial, the prosecutor said it is a matter of real sadness that people of such ages have willingness to take the life of another person. It is not just the fact that they would pretend to take a life, but the manner in which they chose to do it. This was not in any way an act of spontaneous violence. This was well planned, a targeted group attack by a number of youths armed with knives, and that the plan was to execute another young man. There was evidence to suggest that the victim had become involved in gang culture despite his young age of just 15. The men that was arrested for this and was part of the V3 gang have got songs on YouTube, and it said they've rapped about what they do as well. The song is called Message to Their Ops as well. I'm going to play it for you guys. But on the comments to this, a lot of people were saying that it said on an article that the men were 17 and killed a youngster who was 15. But at the time, they were the same age as him. So it was just updated on when they actually got sentenced for it.
Verbal till I put 2 in the dots like bun. I was in jail for a few months, now I'm just home to see some funds. No need for an Insta live, get round there with a Dutch and a Brook. See boy, it's mad. So I get man down a 4-door 125 with a 2-shot bang. And the man them got bare stripes, sort like a British flag. I message to all of the ops, striking trees and we will strike back. So I tell my niggas don't lack, see the other side, they'll attack like that. Stop 6 man in the things, what you know about 4 drillers in the back.
Even the Barley says 4 drillers in the back. I just want to say a huge rest in peace to Keelan Wilson. A 15-year-old had his life taken, and no matter how old the people was that did it, that's still a horrible thing. If you had certain opportunities, it might not take in that direction. Rest in peace to you. Guys, that's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.